Even better than I was the second time recording. Ooh, 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 I'm good. Ooh, I'm good. That's how you intro Chance the Rapper, motherfucker. We're back, episode 32 of the P&A Cast podcast. What are we talking about in this episode, Dalton? Why are you being so quiet and just looking at me all weird?
Because I absolutely hate you, but I was taught if you don't have anything good to say, don't say anything.
Well, maybe you should have did that in high school instead of being a fucking insecure little bully then, huh? You want to go into it? You want to go into it? Okay,
no, I don't.
That's what I fucking
That's
thought.
Fine.
In this episode, we talked about the interesting, busy, stressful week that I've had in the first 20 minutes or so. I was venting, got into a car accident. I'm purchasing a house. So, if you guys have purchased a house in the past, all the drama and all the bullshit that goes along with that. And just trying to have a well-balanced life and not letting stress get the best of me. We also talked about the UFC 234 recap and some other MMA news, Max Holloway versus Tony Ferguson.
All the Wikipedia bullshit happening there.
Please, that would be one of the best fights they could possibly make right now. It'd be awesome. We also talked about a lot of gaming bullshit, right?
It's not bullshit at all. You were actually excited about the shit I was saying. We talked about a Nintendo Direct, announced a lot of new games, and there's a ton of new games that just came out this week. We talk about a lot of the previews for those.
Civilizations add-on.
Far Cry. I'm not going to spoil all of them.
That's the only one I had was the
There was a Legend of Zelda game announced.
Oh, yeah.
Hello.
Okay. That's cool. You guys talk about some other shit. A little bit of politics. That fun shit.
Spicy.
Yeah, so enjoy this one, motherfuckers. You guys say enjoy, don't?
Nope.
Wow. Enjoy this one. All the aggressive fans, all the passive fans, go fuck yourselves.
The first one of the year. Why?
Zelda?
Why would there be a Zelda game, dude?
Why not?
First one. Dragon Quest XI Echoes of an Elusive Age Definitive Edition.
What? Hello, everybody. We are back. Episode 32. The non-bonus one. My name is Nick Marchwinski. This guy's Dalton Johnston. He's being very quiet and shy right
I'm
now.
waiting for you to insult me. I knew by the way you were inflecting your voice.
Very shy and insecure.
You're going to be like, hi, I'm Dalton Johnston, and I do intros like this, and I'm stupid. Because you're a very creative person. I'm literally insulting you by hypothetically insulting myself. Yeah, this is a complex...
Is the truth coming out right here?
No, this is a complex diss
What's going on here, Dalton?
Insecurity showing on through. How you doing, Nick?
I'm doing good. Well, considering...
Oh, jeez.
I had quite the week.
Uh-oh.
I always seem to have quite the week.
I know.
But
that's because I have no weeks. So my shit's right here, which means your shit's here.
Are we trying to even each other out?
No, it's just you up here. Let's chill.
Well, to give you guys a little update, last week I said I'm purchasing a house. The house my offer got approved. The mortgage, everything's fine with that. To give you guys an update on that, I got an inspection on the house, paying a fancy, it was $350.
It's the most inspection they could possibly do.
Yeah, they went through everything. I got a 60-something page report with pictures and everything that lists what is wrong with my house, from as little as a door handle being loose, all the way to the foundation, if there's anything wrong with that. And overall, the good news is there is nothing major at all. There was one little tiny vertical crack in the foundation, but it's not thick at all. They say you don't have to worry about it. You have to worry about horizontal cracks that are bigger than a 1/4 inch. That's when you got to worry about the foundation. But just a lot of small things. There was a couple shingles that were blown off the roof because we had a lot of snowstorms and shit. And the ventilation systems, the fans up there on the roofs, they have nails in them. Obviously, they keep the fans on the shingles. Yeah, the roof.
Sure.
And if the nails are exposed, they rust. And when they rust, they crack the shingles, which
so the fans can just fall?
Not the fans fall, but the shingles will get cracks in them. And then when it rains and the snow melts, the rain will go through the cracks in the shingles and it'll give you damage to your roof and shit.
Jesus.
So I told the seller they have to fix that shit before I even get there. And they had to I forget what it's called, but all that that tar shit you put on chimneys. I forget the actual name of it. Sam would know.
You're supposed to know your shit, bro.
But I wanted them to fix it too. And I also wanted them to fix the 2 cracked windows, because there's 2 cracked windows in the bungalow that's top stairs.
You didn't tell them to fix a hole in the garage?
No, I didn't tell them to fix the hole in the garage. And they accepted it, no problem. So the only thing left, there are a couple vegetation things, trees that are falling over onto the garage, which will do damage to the roof. I got to trim those, which I got my uncle, who has his own tree company business.
True.
And as far as the garage goes, the wood is slowly deteriorating on one of the sides just because the foundation is not set up to where the water's going to go away from the garage. It's kind of where the water's just going to settle.
Just pools up.
And it's wood. So the wood will start to get deteriorating from it. And there's one spot in the garage that's like a little hole because the wood broke off at the bottom. But he said the wood's still stable enough to where I could shingle it. And he recommends just shingling it the same as my house. And the house will be, the value will go, you know, make it look fancy and shit.
That's the plan.
Yeah. And other than that, just a few normal things like updating the gutters because they're kind of old. It's an old house. So I could just go up there, reseal shit. I can't wait to do that in the spring. I love working on like shit like that outdoors. I like doing that stuff. I want to also like start digging outside of the house, like around the whole house. Because you know how I said with the garage, how like the rain isn't going away. It's kind of similar for the house where like the rain will kind of just settle and it won't do any damage now. But eventually that will do damage to the foundation because you got all that pressure of all that dirt always on the fucking house. And if you got rain added to it, it can slowly start to creak through and do damage. So nothing major, which is good. So the inspection went well. And then I just paid for the appraisal, which the appraisal should be happening soon. And as long as it's appraised for higher than I'm paying for it, I think I might be good. They're doing the underwriting on the loan right now as well too, which is pretty much just going through all the documents, making sure everything's filled out right. So making quick progress, which is good.
Lots to worry about, but so far it's coming up pretty green.
Yeah, and there's a lot of paperwork that you need, like bank statements, W-2s, and all kinds of shit. And I've had to get it like 3 different times just because it takes so long. Like I found bank statements from 2 months ago, but now I need like 2 updated ones. And I had to get something signed by a notary and shit, but thankfully I had a notary at work. So like it's been stressful in the sense I have to get a lot of shit done quick while I'm also like I'm still studying for the PMP exam. So I'm trying to get like a daily quota of every little goal I have planned.
Just chipping away at them.
Yeah. So I don't like let one goal like slowly go away because I have deadlines for them. And also I'm trying to keep my cool so I don't get overwhelmed by everything. Yeah. Which Wednesday I definitely got overwhelmed because on Wednesdays I work early because I have like a conference call every Wednesday and I have to be at work at 4 a.m. I was driving to work. I was like 10 minutes away and I shouldn't even name the roads. But anyways, there's a plow truck that's like salting this little parking lot. It's not like a huge city plow truck. It's like a Ford F-350 that has a big plow and like a big salt thing in the back of it and shit.
Okay, I was 100% picturing this giant truck.
I wasn't giant, but it was this big F-350, you know? Okay. And I'm driving and I had a red light. I'm going to the red light and I'm going to turn right on the following road. And this truck just goes out of the parking lot. And I'm like, okay, he must be going into the lane next to me because there's no way he's just like getting that close to me. Then I realized, no, he's getting in the lane right next to me. So I'm like, oh shit. And keep in mind, it's Michigan right now and it's fucking been snow like a ridiculous amount. We had ice storms that day as well. So it's pure ice on the fucking ground and I have the worst tires on the planet. So they weren't ready for this moment. So I'm trying to pump my brakes and stop, but it's ice. There's nothing you can do. Yeah. And I'm blaring my horn like, because he's getting so close. And all of a sudden, just fucking hits my driver's side, hits my back door, my driver's door, and just hits me overall. It hits my car. My mirror just goes, like pops open and shit. I was like, fucking great. And then they stop in front of me for like a second, and then they start driving away.
The fuck?
I put my car in park because I'm like, okay, here we go. I'm about to like exchange information, all this shit. I've never been into a fucking car accident before. So I was pissed because I'm like always late for work, and here's another excuse. Oh no, nigga's car accident late, blah blah blah. I was like, this ain't a good track record right now.
Very believable.
But like, they leave, and I'm like, oh, hell no. So I fucking put my car in drive. I'm like, you ain't just fucking doing that to me.
Of course you chase them.
So I start chasing them. I'm hitting my horn. I'm flashing my lights. Because I'm fucking pissed. I can't believe you just, like, you stop, and then you go, you ain't just about to get a hit and run on me. Like, what the fuck? And I noticed the license plate had an X on it, so I'm like, it's a government fucking truck, so what the fuck? So I called the cops, because I didn't know what to do. And they're like, oh, where you at? I'm like, oh, I'm on these roads. And they're like, oh, okay, that's a different city. We'll transfer you. So they transfer me to a different cop, and this is dispatch. And I'm like, yeah, I was just in a car accident. I'm following the guy right now. I don't know what I should do. They hit me, and they're just driving away. Oh, okay, what roads are you at? I tell them the roads. Oh, that's a different city. We'll transfer you. So that happened to me like 3 different times because they just kept driving. And we kept going to different cities because this is Metro Detroit, and there's a bunch of cities around Metro Detroit.
This is the fucking key to getting away with a crime, clearly. Just drive through different jurisdictions and you're fine. And
they ended up going to a different school, and they just start salting and plowing there, and I'm parked.
Like nothing ever happened.
Yeah, I drive right next to him. I'm like, is this fucker drunk? Are they just all fucking high up on shit they don't realize? Like, how the fuck do you not know that you hit my car. Okay, maybe you got a big truck, you didn't feel it.
Sure.
You could hear my horn just.
There's no way you didn't see you
following you, flashing my lights and blinking. Like, there's no way you didn't notice it. So I finally, I got a hold of the cops. I told them where I am, and they said, okay, we'll be right there. And then I called my boss. I'm like, hey, I was just in a car accident. The guy ran. I'm sitting here right now. I'll let you know what happens. And I'm like, wait, they're actually coming up to me. So that car slowly comes up to me there. And I'm kind of like, okay. At this point, I was like running scenarios through my head. Like, they have to be drunk or fucked up on something or just complete assholes to just do that and act like nothing's happening.
Yeah.
And they pull up next to me, and I'm kind of on edge because I'm like, okay, here we go. Let's see what happens. And it's just a lady, like a middle-aged lady. And she goes, is there a reason why you're following me? I'm like, yeah, you hit my car. And I didn't say it like aggressive or anything like that. And then immediately she goes, I didn't hit your car. You were in front of me. How did I hit your car? And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? You hit my car, lady. Like, you hit my car. There's no denying it.
Look at it.
And then she goes, I don't see any damage. I'm like, look at my mirror. And the mirror's all like hanging and shit. And she goes, well, do you want to call the cops? I'm like, I already called the cops. She did a hit and run and he ran. And my boss is hearing this whole thing. And then she goes, okay. And then she went in the parking lot and just sat there. And then I was like, I'll talk to you later to my boss. And she goes, okay, stay calm, make sure everything's okay. Because she thought some shit was about to get down.
It probably is sounded. I'm sure you sounded like you're ready to fight someone.
Once she started arguing with me, I was just like, are you fucking kidding me, lady?
I can picture your face.
And then I got in the parking lot and then I went next to her. And then I was, hey, I'm not trying to start shit. This is the last thing I want to do. Like, if you think that this is some stupid ass insurance ploy or I'm trying to say you hit my, fuck that. I didn't do that. I want to be at work right now. It's 4 in the fucking morning. Last thing I want to do is be out in the cold, fucking lots of wind, lots of snow, icy as fuck, and dealing with this bullshit when my car dented the shit. And she just was being like a bitch about it. She's like, we'll let the cops talk. We don't have to talk. And I was like, whatever. And I was trying my best to not let her ruin my day.
Sure.
Because it's just not worth it.
Right.
Like, my day is starting so early. I have a whole fucking day ahead of me. I don't want to have a fucking pissed off day the whole time.
Sure.
The cops get there and they ask us what happened. And she's like, she changed her story like twice. At first she was like, I don't know what happened. I just seen him following me and he said that I hit his car. I didn't feel anything. There's no damage on my car. I'm not sure what happened. And then they came out to me and I asked them what happened, or they asked me what happened. I told them, like, I was on the right hand side. I thought she was turning in the left lane next to me. She kept getting closer and closer. I started blaring my horn. It's ice out. I can't stop. She hit my car. I look at the big ass dent and look at my mirror. And then all of a sudden she's like, well, I didn't see him. And he must have not have honked his horn because I didn't have music on and I would have heard him. So the cops were looking at her like, oh, I thought you said you didn't know he was there. Like, just like, you're lying. And they were like, well, it happened in Dearborn Heights and this is Dearborn. So we don't have jurisdiction. So exchange information and then you have to take it to the police station. And then she's like, okay, well, my boss is here to exchange information, or her boss is on her way to exchange information. I'm like, what the fuck? Why do you need your boss to come here and exchange information? Whatever. And the cops went up to me and they're like, are you gonna be okay here and wait for the boss? I'm like, what if the boss doesn't show up? And then they're like, well, I mean, she said they were going to show up. I mean, and I was like,
she's already lied. What do you mean?
And I was just like, whatever. That's, I guess. I don't know what else to say here. What am I going to do? Argue with you?
Guy doesn't come up. Just call him again.
But thankfully, the cops came or not the cops, the owner came right as the cops were leaving. So the cops talked to them, told them what happened. The owner came up and asked me what happened. I told him what happened. I think he believed me because he was kind of, I don't know if she's like a poor performer at work or some shit. And, he made her get the insurance shit, which was right in her truck the whole time. And I took pictures of it, exchanged information, and then went to work. Had like a half day at work. Got called by the police saying that they were there and I needed to be there, so they could be in like a half hour. They're like, okay. So I had like take a half day, take PTO, go to work. And while all this is happening, I have the house shit in the back of my mind. A lot of shit going on with that, just thinking about it and all that. And just like life shit. And I was like, fuck. Like, when I was driving to the police station, I called my mom and I was like, man, why is all this shit happening right now? Like, this is a lot. And like, last year, I let life get the best of me with like my mom's accident, trying to get my mom a house, trying to make sure like my finances are good because, you know, everybody has their finance issues and shit.
Right.
Trying to get a new job, trying to do a marathon, trying to consistently work out, trying to do the podcast. And like, I let everything get to me, like probably like midway through the year, and just like, I became miserable and angry and just like bitter towards everybody and just mad at the world because I felt like I don't know.
Shit was just happening to you.
Yeah, I just felt like the world was against me, and that was that. And once you have that mentality, it's like the worst thing, because then you're just angry and bitter the whole time. Like when I was at work, I wouldn't talk to anybody because I felt like I shouldn't even be at this job. I should be promoted, or I should have a raise because I do more than everybody. And then it's just like a bad mindset, because when you get in that mindset, it's not healthy.
Sure.
It's not healthy for your sanity, and it's not healthy for you if you're trying to get any places anywhere, because you don't want to burn any bridges, and you don't want to just be a dick to people. That's not how you get to places in life.
It doesn't do anything positive for you.
You don't want to be like a kiss ass. You want to let everybody know what you want, but at the same time, you got to earn it too. And I took last year as an example, like when I was driving, and I was like, I know it's tough right now, but I have goals throughout my year. April is like the first quarter of the year, and I have like 2 of my main yearly goals that I want to get done by then: the certification for the PMP exam and the house.
Yeah, pretty much already done.
Yeah, and I made a lot of progress on them so far. I'm ahead of schedule on them, and yeah, it's stressful right now, but you're gonna get through it. You know, just like as The Rock would say, stick with your anchor. Like stick to that one thing that you know that you have to do no matter what to make you feel good and make you like be efficient and shit. And for me, that's exercise. And kind of like for him, it's the gym. Like it's just, I have to like exhaust myself like completely, like doing insanity or something like that, where it's like a hit exercise, a high intensity interval training type thing. And even though like I'm sore and it's hard, like you got to motivate yourself to do it sometimes, I always feel better after I do them because I know how hard they are.
Like you're satisfied with yourself.
Yeah.
Like you've done enough.
Yeah. And it's just like, it's weird. Like I don't know how to explain it, but for me personally, like when I work out, my days are just better. I feel more productive. I feel like I'm getting more shit done just because I have that mindset. Just get it done. Just get it done. And the second I slack for like a minute, like, okay, I'll work out, but let me play a game of Halo first, or let me take a hit, or like let me take a hit of the bomb real quick. Sometimes I will let that get the best of me, and then I'll just slowly start to do less and less. Like I deserve a break. And then the next day I'll feel shitty because I took a break.
Sure.
And I'm like, I want to make sure I find that good balance where breaks are important because you don't want to exhaust yourself like I did last year. But at the same time, earn your fucking break. Do what you want to do throughout your day. Give yourself like an hour at the end of the day to relax and wind down and prepare for the next day. And then have like one day a week where you're just chilling, which is going to be probably tomorrow or Sunday. One of those days. I think I'm working out tomorrow. Yeah, because I didn't work out today. I'm going to have Sam work out with me tomorrow.
Oh, shit. Okay. I'm sure she'll die from that. That's fine.
I told her I'm going to do insanity.
Yep, she's going to die. R.I.P. Sam.
So, like, yeah, it's been a busy week like usual for me, but it's not the end of the world. It's not. So it's good.
That's true.
Making a lot of progress.
Lots of progress, yeah.
The house is getting really close. The only thing we got left is the appraisal. Everything, make sure all the underwriting shit's complete, and then
the work's going to be renovating.
I think that's it. Yeah, which will be fun because it's moving ready, but some of the things are older. It's an older house.
And we have high standards. We're very classy people, so our shit needs to be classy.
Yeah, the first thing's the kitchen. We got old countertops, and I don't want to buy brand new countertops because I don't plan on like making this my forever home, and I don't want to spend a shit ton of money on
epoxy that shit yourself.
Yeah. Gonna epoxy it myself with some Restoric paint shit. I'm sure you guys know all about it, right?
I'm sure you fucking experts.
So that's the project that's gonna be next. The closing date for the house is March 15th, which is kind of dope because that gives us a month or a half month to move everything from the apartment to the house. And the first payment is in May, so we kind of get like a month off.
Shit, nice. Okay.
Which is cool. But also, March 16th, my job is giving me Red Wing Suite tickets to the Islanders game, a matinee.
Must be nice.
Yes, so I get to like have my house, everything ideally done if everything goes well on the 15th, and I get to celebrate on the 16th. I'm gonna get fucking trashed.
Yesterday, Valentine's Day, my work got us tacos, and we played bingo.
That's dope. I didn't do
You got Red Wing Suite tickets.
I didn't get shit for Valentine's Day.
Well, maybe no one loves you, Nick.
Actually, my boss made me like a Hershey Kiss thing.
See, so you're bitching about nothing.
Actually, yeah, I got Reese's. It was all good.
God, I would rather have that than tacos and bingo.
I gave it to Sam.
God, man, you're just the worst.
I'm like a gift giver, Indian giver, whatever you call them, but it's okay. It was cool.
It is Indian giver, yeah. No, Indian giver is... I don't know. That doesn't sound right.
Indian giver is like you
take some back that you gave away.
Yes.
Not
so
you gave away. You re-gifted.
Yes, I'm a re-gifter.
A piece of candy.
Re-gift.
Ridiculous.
So that's what's been up with me. I watched Aquaman yesterday, which is pretty good. It's pretty good. I say pretty good because the Red Wing game went on, and I see nothing to say you scored twice. So I was like, okay, I'm swapping it. So
all right, well,
it wasn't good enough.
If it can't keep your attention, yeah,
it can definitely caught my attention.
If it was like,
but it's the Red
Avengers,
Wings,
if it was like Avengers, Infinity War, and the Red Wings came on,
I would have swapped it for the Red Wings because I've seen.
If you had never seen Infinity War,
you can't say that. I've seen it in the theater.
Just trying to make a comparison, but that's
not even fair.
It's golden apples to
Aquaman.
worms.
I'll say it's a good DC movie. Say that. It was fun. It's a fun movie. There's some parts that look kind of dramatic.
Yeah.
Like there's certain scenes like where like he has certain villains. I don't know their names, so don't get mad.
All I know is Manta.
Who's Manta?
Ocean Master. Manta has this like giant fucking head.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Manta, before he became Manta, he's just a normal human.
Yeah.
And he has these blades that are like supposed to hurt Aquaman, but he hits him and don't even fucking do nothing.
Okay. Pretty useless.
Aquaman's a G. He's like Superman in the water, pretty much.
Yeah.
But like DC people are like super, like kind of OP.
They are definitely OP. They're literally gods. That Injustice game we were talking about last week is called Gods Among Us.
But like in the film when Manta first came in the scene, he was just a human, and they had like slow motion, like he's walking in the scene, like he's so fucking badass.
This is a bit much.
And it's just like, dude, you're just a normal human, and you got murked by Aquaman in like 2 minutes. What's the big deal? Like, and then there's other parts of the scene where Manta's back in, and he's like shooting at them, and they got like little fun music playing in the background, and they're running on roofs like it's a video game, and it's like it's a fun movie,
sure,
but it's not like it's just directed differently than Marvel. But I like it better than Superman vs. Batman and Justice League because they were both trash.
It's Batman vs. Superman. But yep, I understand what you're saying. That's something I haven't really liked about the DC movies. They can't really balance that drama that you get with Avengers and the fun that you get with Avengers. They try their best, that's for sure, but they end up just kind of getting shit confused.
They need to get a better Batman, dude. Ben Affleck.
They already have a different Batman.
Did they pick somebody?
I don't think they picked anyone, but they've already ditched Ben Affleck.
And they ditched Superman, too. Henry Cavill, I don't think he's Superman anymore. I think he's playing The Wicker or The Witcher or whatever the fuck it's called. The Witcher?
You gotta be careful.
What's The Wicker?
That's a basket. The Witcher is a video. It is a hit Polish book series that was turned into a hit video game.
I should know this shit.
You should. That is being turned
my heritage.
To what will be a hit Netflix series. Although I think they've showed Henry Cavill in the makeup for Geralt of Rivia of The Witcher.
Yeah, did you know that
looks like a fucking doll.
Boss Logic
it was way better.
Made him as him? Didn't he do that before they even casted him?
And it was way better.
And then they casted him?
Yeah, and then they showed like a promo of him in the makeup and everything, and it looked fucking way worse than Boss Logic shit.
Boss Logic is a G.
He is a G as far
Max
as
Holloway shouts him out all the time.
I noticed that, yeah. In fact, in the thing that happened today, I think it was a Boss Logic thing, the post, wasn't it Holloway with wings and shit?
I didn't see it.
You didn't see that?
No.
Well, anyway, Holloway commented on an Instagram post today saying that Tony Ferguson stole his tattoo or something. Stole his tattoo from his back.
That's not what I sent you.
What did you send me?
I sent you a picture from Max Holloway. It's a screenshot of UFC 236. Like if I type in UFC 236 right now in Google, Wikipedia.
It's not going to say what you think it says.
Oh, it changed. It showed it earlier.
Yeah,
Here.
So
Max Holloway.
This is what I was saying, but Holloway responded on that like Tony's trying to steal my
He was just trying
tattoo.
to be funny.
Yeah, he was just being funny. He called it out. But after that, the Wikipedia apparently changed to him versus Eddie Bravo. It used to say him versus Tony Ferguson for the interim belt.
It says UFC 236, Holloway versus Ferguson.
Is that what it says? I literally checked it before we started recording.
No, that's what it said. This on
Gotcha.
It's an upcoming mixed martial arts event produced by the Ultimate Fighting Championship that will be held on April 13th, 2019 at a venue and location to be announced. Max Holloway is expected to fight Tony Ferguson for the interim lightweight title.
No news about this has broken at all. So someone caught this screenshot. I was like, oh shit, something happening?
Yeah, and then Max, who is a fucking marketing genius recently.
True.
He's the only motherfucker that like Conor and him will go back and forth, and Max usually gets the upper edge on Conor. I know you're not going to agree with that, and I know I can't pull up any examples right now.
I'm not going to say anything. All right.
But
what did he say in the post, man? It's bothering me that I can't remember exactly what he said.
He says something funny. He says Tony Ferguson is the type of guy to copy my back tattoo, then tell me I've just been blessed. Because like there's like a running gag with Tony, and like everything he has like their top comments for like all MMA videos and shit is like Tony's the type of guy to I don't know, fucking eat rocks or some shit. Like
it's a spin off of the Drake stuff. Drake's the kind of dude to offer you a tissue when you're crying or something like that.
Yeah, some shit. But yeah, and Holloway's marketing well. Like he marketed against Conor better than anybody I've ever seen. Going to Jameson and getting sponsored by Jameson.
That was some bullshit. And I took that shit personally.
That was a tight move by Max Holloway. And then he goes to Ireland and then like the field there, and he talks about how good their heritage is. And then the Jameson disc, he's talking about like how it's a real non-rip-off version. Like he's taking shots, and they're good shots. And Conor ain't saying shit. And you wanna know why he ain't saying shit? Because the easier fight's Cowboy. That's why.
Well, if we're going to talk about the actual fight that could or couldn't happen, I see it also, like
Which
I said.
Fight? Tony versus Holloway?
Yeah, Tony versus Holloway. On Wikipedia, apparently got changed to him versus Eddie Bravo. And then it got changed to him versus a honey badger. So it's hard to say how valid that point is. But if the fight does happen, it could be a good setup for the winner of Conor Cowboy, since Khabib's not fighting apparently till November.
Fuck Conor, dude. For real.
Just
I'd much rather see Holloway versus Khabib, Holloway versus Ferguson. I'd much rather see Tony versus
Holloway versus. That's Khabib. What I'm saying. If Tony versus Holloway happens, the winner of that fights the winner of Cowboy Conor.
I'd rather see them fight Khabib.
He's not fighting until November, so I'm saying in between, just do this.
That's a lot. You're asking for a lot for.
Yeah, Tony versus Holloway. That's gonna be
their first fight in April, and then another fight in between, and a fight in November. No, it's gonna be one.
Well, he doesn't come back in November.
Holloway
but still.
versus El Kakui. I never even thought about that, but that is a fucking fight
That's
right
a
there.
Savage fight.
That's a fight right there, because they both are volume punchers. They both try to exhaust the other person. They're both game as fuck.
But it would be a fake belt.
It's all fake belts, dude.
All belts are fake. It's all made up.
I'm over the belts, dude. I am. Like, I hope to God that the Cowboy Conor fight is not for a title. I hope to God it's not.
That's some bullshit.
That's what they're trying to say. It's for the interim lightweight title, because Khabib's not fighting until November. Why? Conor does not deserve a title shot, and neither does Cowboy.
We've already talked about this. We talked about this in the last episode. Okay, check out PNAcast.com for all those deets.
Or should we just finish the MMA talk, since we're like, in it?
We're already here, baby.
And so we had a bonus episode that we just recorded that's going to be uploaded this is going to be uploaded Monday.
Today's Friday the 15th. Tomorrow's the 16th. That'll be an MMA episode right before the UFC on ESPN card. And then you should be getting this on Monday. This is a normal podcast. We're going to have a lot of struggles explaining all this shit until we get it down. But there you go.
Yeah. So we're working on it, guys.
Yeah.
One step at a time, motherfuckers. Mm-hmm. So also in MMA.
Since we're in MMA.
I want to talk about a little bit about 234, because I don't think we really talked about the results.
Did we not?
I briefly talked about them in the last intro, just because we watched it and I recorded the intro of the episode that we had recorded prior to the episode, prior to the fight.
Did we not talk about them almost positive?
We made picks, but we didn't talk about the results.
You're right.
So,
you're right.
Obviously, Whitaker got injured and Calvin was walking around with that stupid title. I gave you my opinion in the intro. I don't know if you agree with me or not, but pretty much what I said in the intro of the last episode was I get why he did it, because he's trying to sell that he deserves the fucking title fight because of what Israel just did. And obviously, UFC goes for the biggest selling fight opposed to who deserves it the most. So Calvin grabbed Henry Cejudo's belt, acting like it's his belt, and he's trying to say he's the champ because
he said that.
By default and shit.
He was saying it like it's part of the rules.
Yeah, because it's wrestling or something.
Yeah.
I kind of get where Calvin's coming from. I get that he feels like he has to do that, but I think it's a horrible move, because that's not really you. Like, I've never seen him just put on a fucking act like that before, ever, trying to promote himself. He's promoting himself in a shitty way by... I want to know, he's saying he hopes Whitaker gets well. He hopes the best for him. He hopes everything...
Which is probably how he actually feels, but he feels like he has to put on this act that Robert isn't game, or he relinquishes it. I
think it's hurting him more than anything. He's losing so many fans.
I doubt anybody agrees with him.
Everybody thinks he's a fucking clown for doing it. Dana said it was cute. Whitaker said it was cute.
It was funny.
Conor fucking flamed his ass. And then,
he?
Yeah,
he did. Conor say anything.
And he said, "What's this rat doing with this title?" or some shit like that. And then Calvin chimed back on Ariel Helwani's podcast. He said that Conor just puts his seed in every girl in Ireland. He's making all these bastard babies, so he needs to shut the fuck up.
What does that have to do with anything?
I don't know if that's true or
bastard
not.
Bastard babies?
I hope it ain't true, because if it is, it's kind of fucked up. I mean, I've seen Conor party with a lot of chicks, but I mean,
he's been with the same woman forever. There's no way they could have that kind of
You've been with the same woman forever, then all of a sudden you become 100 millionaire and you're living that good life. That girl has to be like, okay, you got a little bit of leeway.
All right, do what you want. Just don't leave me. All right, whatever.
I mean, sure, but I hope he ain't being that dirty.
Yeah, it doesn't sound
that's just, I mean, you say that, but I think Conor changed. I really do think he changed.
I think you've never known him. So who are you to say that he's changed?
Neither of you.
True, but I'm not saying he's changed. I'm observing what I see.
Yeah, me too. And based off what I see, I believe he's changed.
Okay, well, I
know you disagree because this you on Connor's dick.
Is that what you sound like?
You just planting the seed in your fucking asshole too, huh, buddy? Anyways,
that's pretty clever.
So,
all right.
Calvin, I'm upset with what he did. I think he does deserve the title shot. I think he did it the wrong way. I was really excited to see that fight.
Yeah.
It wasn't like Whitaker didn't try. He wanted to fight. He could have died if he fucking fought.
He could have died.
Yeah, literally he could have. They said if he took like any damage to his intestines or his stomach,
it could be fatal. Yeah, that's literally what it says.
So, good on Whitaker for trying to fight. And they're saying he's going to be back in like 6 weeks. But from what I hear about those kind of surgeries and that, and the hernia and shit, it's way longer than 6 weeks. He's rushing it, which I hope he doesn't do to try.
That's a Robert Whitaker thing to do.
Yeah, but I hope he doesn't do it. If he does, I hope he's just healthy. But it's probably going to be longer than that. So I hope they don't do another interim belt. Because like I said, I'm sick of these interim belts. They don't need a title fight to sell pay-per-view. I don't know why they think that. You just need to make good fights.
Right.
Like, seriously. But Israel was the main event then. Him and Anderson. It was just a 3-round fight, unfortunately. Wish it was 5 rounds.
I know. It would have been dope.
Israel asked for it, but Dana said he couldn't do that to Anderson. Because Anderson's like 43 years old, and he was training for a 3-round fight.
Sure. That wouldn't benefit him at all.
Yeah. And obviously, like they'll probably have to renegotiate their contracts for that fight and shit. Because it's actually 2 rounds, you know? And yeah, it was a good, entertaining fight. It was. Sure. I had a feeling it was going to go to a decision, but I also said it might be boring. I said it might be boring because they're both so high level. That's going to be like a chess match. But it was not boring. It was very entertaining.
We saw the attitudes of both fighters come out in force. It was actually so entertaining.
It was a fun fucking fight.
Yeah.
And I honestly believe Anderson in his prime would have fucking starched Israel.
Probably. So what does that mean for Israel? Like, can he actually beat the high level talent?
He can strike with the highest levels of strikers in MMA. 100%. Anderson is one of the best strikers in MMA history. Arguably the best. He's arguably the GOAT, you know? And there's nobody that strikes like him in the middleweight division. Whitaker is a really, really good striker, but he's not on Anderson's level. He's better overall. Then obviously Luke Rockhold, we all know his strengths. Yoel, his strengths. Chris Weidman. Like, none of them are the striker of Anderson. Israel fought him in a pure striking match. He didn't once try to go for a takedown.
Yeah.
And he beat him. He lost a round. I think he lost the second round. Some of the rounds were close. I think Anderson, if he put a little bit more output, he could have squeaked out the third round. But that's how Anderson fights. He tries to lure people in to fight his fight, and that burns him. It burns him on points if he can't finish you.
Yeah, we saw it, like literally him standing in a corner waiting for
like
Israel to
seconds.
come at him. Yeah, Israel just stands there like a fucking, like his controller got disconnected.
Yeah, and there's a few good moments where Anderson looked like Israel looked shook. He was running and shit. Anderson looked like he's putting the pressure on him like he does in other fights where they just get overwhelmed and scared and gassed out. But Israel knew what the fuck he was doing. He stayed composed.
He circles around.
Yeah, he reset and he did a good job. Do I think he deserves a title shot next?
I don't think so.
I think Calvin deserves it, but other than that, I think he's probably the next runner-up. Because Weidman he lost. Yeah, he just lost to Jacare. Jacare just lost to Calvin before the Weidman fight. Luke got starched by Yoel. Yoel's already fucking fought Whitaker twice. So it's kind of like an influx there where more fights need to happen so we can determine who's the number one contender. So I could see Israel fighting Whitaker next, which I'm going to be surprised if that's the fight that they make.
Yeah.
And honestly, like I feel for Calvin at the same time. I'm like, that's your own dumbass fault. You shouldn't have fucking done that shit with the title. Like, it's just how it goes.
It's true.
Also, there's a Bellator tournament, the welterweight tournament.
Is it like a Grand Prix or is it just?
Yeah, it's a Grand Prix.
Okay, cool.
And we probably should have talked about this in the other podcast because the fight's Saturday.
Well, let's talk about what's important about it.
MVP versus Paul Daly, Michael Venom Page.
Okay.
And they're both British, and they both have huge beef with each other. They hate each other.
Really?
Yeah. And MVP, have you ever seen him fight? He has a lot of highlight fights. Do you remember Chris Cyborg's ex-husband? He got kneed in the head, and his skull was indented. Do you remember when I showed you that picture of his skull?
I think so, yeah.
That was from MVP.
Damn.
He's an elite kickboxer who went to MMA, and he's undefeated in MMA. He's tall, lengthy, 170-pounder, I think. Yeah, you're welterweight, though. And he's undefeated, and he hasn't really fought anybody that's like...
Of note.
that's like a tough matchup for him, or that's like an elite fighter. Paul Daly is like a 50 fight plus veteran with fucking knockout power in both hands. His nickname is Semtex. Paul Semtex Daly.
Okay.
He has that legendary fight with Nick Diaz back in the day when Nick was just fucking being a G. Paul Daly was this guy who everybody was terrified to fight, striker, you know. Nick Diaz is this guy who's got good cardio, really, really good jiu-jitsu guy. They thought Nick was just going to take him down and submit him because Paul has garbage jiu-jitsu, garbage ground game. He just lost to John Finch his last fight because John just grabbed him down, you know. Nick ain't like that, though. Oh, you think you're a striker? Okay, let's fucking strike. And he went to war with Paul. He got dropped by Paul. Like, in the beginning, he almost got knocked out. Came back because he got that fucking Diaz chin and that Diaz heart and just swarmed Paul Daly and finished his ass. Just gassed him out. He's just winging shots and shit, getting him in the stomach, getting him in the jabs. And he had his hand on his head, like just gripping him. And he let go of it. And then Daly's falls backwards and he's on the ground. He's just fucking exhausted. Jesus. It was a good ass fight.
God damn the Diaz's.
I don't know if you know this. Paul was in the UFC. And he fought Josh Koscheck. And Josh wrestle fucked him the whole fight. Josh is one of those assholes who talks a lot of shit.
Okay.
He runs his mouth. He tries to get people's heads. And he frustrated Paul Daly to the point where after the fight, Paul Daly got up and punched him in the face. Sucker punched him.
After the fight?
After the bell. That's why he got kicked out of the UFC, so he'll never fight in the UFC again, and that's why he's at Bellator.
Jesus.
Yeah, so this is a good fight. This is going to be the best striker MVP has ever fought. This isn't the best striker Daly's ever fought. Daly he's fought the best of the best. He fought Rory, got destroyed by Rory, but he's been in there with the best of the best, you know? And just getting that experience is a lot, you know? So, I mean, I guess we can make the pick now, but, I mean, it's going to be over by the time this uploads, so you can see if I'm right or wrong.
Sure, let me know what you think.
I think Daly's going to win. MVP's the minus 225, but I think Daly's more experienced. I seen the weigh-ins today, and Daly kind of looked a little shook. MVP looked really confident, but after I've listened to their interviews, and they both talk like they're British. And they got very good accents and shit.
That's not a British accent.
They talk like this, and they're very confident in themselves. And
they're very confident. They know their abilities.
Yours is too
posh.
Too posh. It's too fucking fake. You know.
Oh wow, that's not what posh means, but all right.
That's what posh means.
Nope.
Anyways, I think Daly's gonna upset MVP. I think he's gonna knock his ass out.
Interesting. Is that who you would want to win?
Yeah. MVP is too arrogant. He's the guy when Ronda got knocked out by Amanda.
Yeah.
He made this video. He called it the Ronda Rousey dance. It's just him walking around, get Ronda, like acting like he's getting hit. When he need Cyborg, he had a Pokeball from Pokemon Go and he threw it down and he's like he acted like he catched him.
I remember that. Yeah.
And then his last fight, he had like the Infinity Gauntlet. And he's doing that. He's cocky. I like it, but I like people getting humbled too. I like when people get humbled. I like it.
I feel like you don't like when people are more arrogant than you.
I like it as long as you have the respect too. Like I really liked Connor. I really liked him in the beginning. I really did. I mean, he's an up-and-comer because I love up-and-comers. He talked his shit. He backed it up. But then he got to a point where it was just pure arrogance and not that much respect and humbleness anymore.
I bet you would turn into the biggest asshole if you became a UFC champion.
I never said I wouldn't.
The biggest asshole.
But I respect people more who are humble. I do.
Fair, very fair. And
I think if MVP eats a piece of humble pie and he still has the swagger, but afterwards he shows respect, and I'll probably like him. They asked him after, is the beef gonna be done after this? He goes, no, I hope they kick him out of the Bellator after I destroy him. That's how MVP's talking right now.
Okay.
So I kind of want Paul Daly to hit him in the chin a few times, see what happens.
Well, they both just beat each other up. They both sound like they're in need of it.
Yeah. Another fight on that card is Mirko Krokop versus Big Country. And then Czech Congo is also fighting the old Bellator heavyweight champion. I forget his name. I'm not going to act like I watched him. I don't know. But there's a few legends fighting, which is cool. Might be a fun fight. Saturday will be a fun time because we got the ESPN card, we got the Bellator card, and then we got NBA All-Star Game too. So we can kind of
loaded night.
Yeah.
We're gonna need to be like Batman with the fucking screens out here.
Bring my desktop out here, have a dual monitor action there, have the TV action there, get a bunch of fucking beers.
A little
and shit.
Dicky shout out right there. My dual screen action.
Inadvertently, but I'll take it. That motherfucker, if he ever listens to this, make some more music. Why are you taking so long? I don't give a fuck about your TV show. Make music.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Fuck off. 4 years since his last album.
Brain thing was not enough for me. The Chris Brown song I didn't like.
I liked it, but I want more.
Right.
You can't just have one song every 2 years.
That's true. That's not okay.
It's just fucking stupid. You're like embarrassing your fans. Like you're trying to be like little dicky fanboys. What does he call his friend? Dickheads? Some shit?
Dickheads?
I mean, I would call them dickheads.
That's funny, actually.
But, like, just make some music.
For real.
But anyways, back to the NBA All-Star game.
Is that what we're going back to?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're done with MMA. We talked about enough MMA for now.
Okay.
Is there a skills thing today?
The Rising Stars Challenge, the Skills Challenges, all that shit? I don't think so, honestly.
So is that Saturday? They both are Saturday?
No, if I remember correctly, and all of my research is based on NBA 2K and that schedule and that game.
Christ,
But
I'm looking it up.
please Google this. I think it is on separate days, honestly. Yeah, the Skills Challenge and the Rising Stars, which are all the rookies and the sophomores, and then you have the No. Is the All-Star game next? Or is it Rising Stars, then Skill Challenge next day, then All-Star game? I don't fucking
2019 NBA All-Star Weekend Skills Challenge is the 26th to 8 p.m.
That's not this week.
16th, I'm sorry.
Jesus, what the
Sorry.
fuck?
Sorry.
Very different. 16th, that's tomorrow.
I definitely just typed in All-Star Game 3029 instead of 2019.
Okay, we're looking real far ahead for you guys. It's got to be Sunday. The game is Sunday.
At 8 p.m. So we got the All-Star Skills Competition, so it's kind of whack.
All right, go cut down
Well, I
one,
guess
one
we got the
screen.
All-Star Game Sunday too, which is cool.
This skill challenge will still be cool. You got the dunk challenge, the 3-point contest. I saw this weird rumor about Luka Doncic being in the All-Star game. He wasn't listed, and I saw he was pretty bummed about not getting chosen.
He's an All-Star. Is he not?
He's technically not, but I saw a video.
Does he have All-Star numbers? Non-rookie, just All-Star numbers.
I think so. Maybe he just hasn't built the name yet, but there was an NBA video that said, see Luka Doncic's all-star skills in action. This is an official NBA thing.
Charles Barkley and Luka Doncic. That's a bad white boy.
It's true, man. He's legit. Like, too legit.
He is 55 games played.
Mm-hmm.
He's averaging 20.7 points, 7.2 rebounds, 5.6 assists.
That's all-star bench numbers.
And he's a rookie.
He's a rookie. And he's like, how old is he? 19?
Allegedly.
It's true. He's won championships in Spain, all this shit.
Yeah, he's a
This
G.
kid's a monster.
When Don first told me about him, I thought that he
You
was...
got him and Trae Young mixed up?
No. I thought that he was the... the center from Denver.
Nikola Jokic?
Yes, I thought he was Jokic. I'm like, that guy fucking sucks.
Nikola Jokic, Luka Doncic, they're pretty similar.
Kind of, But then I kept seeing all these highlights by this Luka Doncic kid. I've never seen one negative thing about him. It's always just on some unreal shit he's done. But is his shooting percentage even that good?
I don't know. You literally just had his stats up.
Yeah, but I didn't look at his shooting percentage.
That's a very important stat. You know, Russell Westbrook has like a 30% shooting percentage from three.
That's really good, right?
That's terrifyingly bad.
What?
Why even shoot threes at that point? 30%? Is that good? 40% is like Steph numbers. In between is like average. So 30 is like below average.
Well, Luka's career field goal is .430.
.430, yeah. So that's his career field goal. Mm-hmm. I think that's pretty high, especially for a rookie point guard.
Well, I'm sure his numbers for a rookie to blow everybody out of the water.
Even still, .43 is good for a point guard.
Russ's field goal percentage this year is .417. So Luka's is better.
Better shooting percentage than Russell Westbrook. And Russell Westbrook basically just dunks.
Dog,
That's
Russell's
not
an
true.
animal.
He's great. Takes great shots.
Kobe said that Russ is his favorite just because he said that he plays mean.
That's true.
He got that instinct, that killer instinct. I love Russ. Like, I think he's my favorite point guard. I think so.
All of that Derrick Rose dick you were sucking.
Oh, I forgot about D-Rose.
He still
I
exists.
love D-Rose, but he's not on the level as Russ. Russ is like the 2019 version of D-Rose.
From 2011, yeah. That was his MVP year.
Yeah. But D-Rose
And he's
always
still
has a special place in
He's
my
had
heart.
like 8 triple doubles in a row or something like that this year. Like right now.
10 or some shit. He
Yeah,
broke the record.
ridiculously high.
And he just passed everybody for all time in OKC points.
Yep. I saw that.
He's doing well.
Like, that
And
was
Paul
today.
George is playing like a G. Russ and Paul George are on the same team with LeBron, aren't they? I think so.
In the All-Star game?
Yeah.
And I'm pretty... LeBron traded someone. I'm
What?
feeling like it was Russ. LeBron traded someone for Ben Simmons, and he wanted Davis.
Why did he want Ben Simmons so bad?
He said Ben Simmons was like his guy. I think because if you think about Ben Simmons, he's basically young LeBron. So LeBron's going to want little LeBron to coach LeBron into being a big LeBron. You understand?
But why is he trying to coach him? He's not on their team. Like, he's never going to be a Laker.
He wants the young guys to succeed.
He's trying to be like J. Cole, middle child.
Exactly. Does the same thing with Kuzma. Maybe, although LeBron's picks were all upcoming free agents and shit.
5 of them are said to be free agents in the summer or looking for a trade out of the 6 first picks he made.
Yeah, he had a plan. He was trying to rosy some people up here.
I want to see what the trade was. I'm curious. Filled with surprises and even one trade.
Was it just one trade?
Let me see if I can find the trade. Control F.
I'm almost positive it was Russ for some big guy. Either Davis. No, he wouldn't. Giannis wouldn't have accepted that. I wouldn't accept Davis for Russ.
There was a memorable trade in the 2019 All-Star Draft. Let me play this real quick. Swear to God, if there's an advertisement, I'm gonna fucking flip. Just loading. Spinning. Here we go. I can't hear it. Here we go. It's 5 minutes, guys. Brace yourself. Just kidding. Just like I like fast,
bro.
Dog, we got shite internet. It's not working right now. It froze.
All right, we'll never know. We'll get that shit to you another time.
Before the MacBook closes.
Don't break shit.
Destroys. Everything's gonna die. So there's a trade. I don't know who.
Unconfirmed who was on it. Look it up yourself, you lazy fucks.
Yeah, but the All-Star game's gonna be cool. Is there anything else that you want to talk about, like basketball?
Sport related, no. I got a lot of game shit, not gonna lie.
Cool.
It's been a big week for gaming, oddly enough.
Really?
Big week.
I played 3 games of Halo earlier. I lost 2 of them.
3 whole games. I heard you. You were loudly raging.
I almost got...
My teammates aren't doing anything. They're not even on this hill. I'm not even communicating. Second part was ad-lib from me.
Say, is that something about Dota in there?
No, you aren't. You don't communicate. You just expect them to do shit
like
they've been playing Halo for their entire lives like a fucking no-life retard. Shout out to you.
The first game I played, I lost 50-32. I had 26 of the kills of my team.
What kind of matchmaking was this? Was this ranked matchmaking?
No, it was social.
Okay, you're playing social. The other 3 probably never even played before.
No, that's not true. They played. They're like level 5s. And the other team was level 30-somethings in Halo.
So it's shitty matchmaking.
True. It's just
sweet yelling at your teammates.
One of them wasn't playing. The other one gave up.
What does you yelling do about it?
Makes me...
Does it?
Feel
it seems like
better.
It only escalates.
I almost got an overkill in that game.
I remember you yelling that as well. I got a fucking overkill and we're still losing?
No, I didn't say that. I said I almost got a fucking overkill. I jumped up. I was like, yeah, because... It was in Guardian, and I grabbed the sniper in the beginning of the game. My teammate was shooting me, being a dick, trying to get the sniper. I just ignored him. He ran away, and then I shot one guy top mid, headshot him, and then there's another guy. You know the blue window, window.
Yeah.
He was half shields. I body shot him for the double kill, and then there was somebody walking in that sniper too. I grenaded, BR'd him for the triple. Then I pulled out my sniper. I had 1 bullet left, and there's a guy top gold. And I knew where he was, and I knew he was weak. So all I gotta do is just body shot him. I get my overkill extermination. And extermination is if you kill everybody, at least 4 people on the whole team before anybody else respawns.
So you wipe them.
You exterminated them. Extermination, you know?
In Dota, it's called a rampage.
And yeah.
How rare would you say that is?
Extermination?
Let's just say overkill.
Overkills aren't too rare. Exterminations
That's just 4
are rare.
kills, right?
Yeah, 4 kills within 4 seconds of each kill. But anyways, back to the story. Had the sniper bullet on him. I went to go shoot. I blew up.
You blew up?
My teammate grenaded me.
What? Whoa.
He literally was standing next to me and killed me for the sniper. Grenaded me. I watched my camera. You know how your camera moves and you die? It goes to where you die. It's, poof. It's just my teammate being a fucking asshole. And he just runs to pick up my sniper. I jumped. I was like, oh my God. Then he lost that game. He did nothing, the sniper. Second game, same shit. Just lost King of the Hill. Couldn't do nothing about it. Third game was King of the Hill. And I just played pure objective and I won.
Maybe you should play ranked.
Yeah.
Does it scare you?
No, Does
it require a certain amount of attention?
I feel like I need to get warmed up in social, so I play a couple games, but I only have time for a couple games, so I only play a couple games and it's just social, so it's less stress, so I don't play ranked to get all pissed off.
Do you remember the last episode I talked a little bit about my Dota expertise turning into some Dota struggles? I lost like 4 of my 6 ranked calibration games that I started playing. I haven't played another ranked calibration game since then. I've only been playing social because I'm like, all right, I just got to play one more. Are you
communicating?
No, I'm not
I got no problem communicating. It ain't no big deal to me.
Try me.
Ain't nothing but a thing.
All right. We'll follow up on that next week. We'll see who's communicating or not.
I will be.
Anyways, like I said, lots of gaming shit to talk about. What time are we at right now? How long has this been?
48 minutes.
All right, I'm gonna rapid fire this. This is Thunder Round. Don't interrupt me unless it's really important, okay? I think this was either yesterday or 2 days ago. There was a Nintendo Direct. It's like this presentation that they have where they just literally just announce shit after shit after shit, and it's not shit. It's Nintendo, so it's great games.
Is it like people are there, like a Comic-Con kind of thing?
It's not like a live presentation. It's a pre-recorded thing. There is a host and there's a narrator telling you what you're looking at, but basically it's just game trailer, and then they'll show a game trailer, and then the game trailer, and it's basically just a way for them to get people excited about the year that Nintendo's going to have. And typically, when they announce something, they release it like 4 months later, which is great.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Jeez, not that much time for suspense.
Yeah.
If it's there and it's ready and then it's still in your head, it's good marketing.
Right. So I'm going to go through some of the games that they announced at this Nintendo Direct. This is
Zelda?
Is the first one of the year.
Zelda?
Why would there be a Zelda game, dude?
Why not?
First one, Dragon Quest XI S Echoes of an Elusive Age Definitive Edition.
What?
That is the game title. It is actually a re-release.
Is there an acronym for it at least?
No, there's not. It's a re-release / port onto the Switch of
porn.
Port. It came from one system to another.
Episode.
I actually played a little bit on PC when it was just called Dragon. It was just called Dragon Quest 11 Echoes of an. You can find it on consoles as well. Be creative.
Shit, I never did that.
The first game was called Dragon Quest 11 Echoes of an Elusive Age, and then they added an S and a definitive edition to the title for this one for some.
So it's the same game, and they're just adding more to it.
They added other stuff to it. Lots of new game elements like character-specific stories, orchestrated battle music, and the option to switch between HD graphics and the classic 8-bit. This is a long.
Here.
Do you remember when I said don't interrupt me unless it's super important?
Why don't they just make a Dragon Quest?
Spitballing is not important.
Dragon Quest 12.
There's been 11 already. They're maybe tired of making more numbers.
So just continue to
This is one of the most storied JRPG franchises in history. Yep. This is why I don't. Remember when I said don't.
I queefed right there, Gina.
I hate you so much. Next game, Fire Emblem Three Houses, has a release date of July 26th.
Is that Pokemon?
Is Fire Emblem Three Houses Pokemon?
They have a Pokemon emblem, right?
No.
Oh, I thought they did. Ruby?
Nope. Yes. I mean, there is a Ruby. I don't know why you're thinking about it right now.
There's an emblem too, then. Emerald. I'm thinking Emerald. Go on. Sorry.
Thank you. Fire Emblem Three Houses is a known about game. It's been expected for a while. Fire Emblem is a series that has Roy and Marth on Smash. And Roy. Did I say Roy?
Yes, you said Roy and Marth.
Ike and Marth and a few other people, obviously.
Who's Roy from?
Roy is from Fire Emblem Glowing Radiance.
So there's different Fire Emblems?
There's a lot of Fire Emblem games, Are
they just like Final Fantasy? They look like they're Final Fantasy games.
It's a strategy RPG. In this one, Three Houses, you create a character, you choose one of three houses, like Game of Thrones, the families, and you train an army of military students at this academy. You're an officer, and you influence their actions on a battlefield. They can live and die. It seems pretty cool. But basically, it's a strategy RPG.
Have you played it?
I've played the other Fire Emblem games, the ones with Ike, because I play him on Smash. I never finished any of them.
Of course not.
Because they're like mobile games, and they have bad graphics, and I'm big on graphics, but whatever. What else? Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, Switch game. It's an action RPG, up to 4 players, includes so many Marvel characters.
Yeah. Is that the game where you can swap out your characters and you play like just 4 of any Marvel character as you unlock them? And it's kind of just like missions of you just fucking up people.
Yep, it's called Black Order, and the goal of the little story that you go through with either yourself or your 4 friends is to defeat Thanos and the Black Order.
That's dope.
It seems pretty cool, yeah. That'll arrive.
I like those games.
That'll arrive in summer of 2019. That'd be really cool. And the next big game that they announced this direct was The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening.
I fucking knew it.
Oh man.
What's the last one? What was the last one that just came out?
The last one was Breath of the Wild.
Link's Awakening. I feel like I heard they have one that's Awakening.
It is a modern reimagining of the original Game Boy Classic.
Gotcha.
It was on the Game Boy. This is literally some HD nostalgia. It's pretty much the most faithful representation I've seen of any game. Like, the shit is in the same location. It just looks super pretty. The art styles are pretty cool.
Kind of like what they did with Ocarina of Time with Majora's Mask.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you ever see that? I forget what it's called. It's Key and Peele. It's like a little skit they did. And it's the... Which one's Key and which one's Peele?
Keegan-Michael Key is the taller one.
The skinny one?
Yeah.
So Peele is the chubbier one?
Jordan Peele.
So he's the one that plays Obama.
Yeah.
He was playing Obama, and he was like, it was the skit where whenever he sees a white person, he gives him like a nice firm handshake, and whenever he sees a black person, it's like, what's up, dog? And like gives him hugs and shit. And they made like a little skit of it of like the different Zelda games.
I think
that shit was so fucking funny.
That's
like
a solid meme.
Yeah, that was like the best thing ever. Like that Ocarina of Time was like, oh, come here, and I fucking hugged him and shit. And some stupid Link Awakens. I don't know like the bad ones off.
Sure.
And he's like, nice to meet you.
Yeah.
It was fucking hilarious.
Yeah. So that seems really exciting. The fact that you just like pump this shit out. This arrives this year as well. Just here you go. Here's some awesome nostalgia for you. And it's just classic Nintendo.
Fun fact for you fans at home: Nintendo started by selling Pokemon cards to the Yakuza. That's how they got their money.
I feel like you're Scott Pilgrim, who just randomly throwing out like that Pac-Man quote, just because you think it's a good bit of info.
I don't even know what that is.
Really?
Yeah.
Pac-Man used to be called Puckman.
What?
They had to rename it because people would just scratch out the P and replace it with an F.
Is that true?
It's what Scott Pilgrim says. And he would just like go to a different party. He sees a girl he's been like pining for. He goes up to her. He's like, did you know Pac-Man used to be called Puckman?
That'd be some shit I would do on Tinder.
I know, right? Some useless shit.
That's funny.
So anyways, that was a Nintendo Direct. Lots of cool, exciting games coming for Nintendo. Meanwhile, right this second, there's like a shit ton of new games that just came out yesterday, Valentine's Day.
Nintendo?
No, not Nintendo.
Okay.
Overall. New expansion for Civilization 6 came out. It's called Gathering Storm. I believe I gave a little, not a preview, but I said I'd be talking about it. And here I am talking about it.
I don't remember this shit.
No? I bought the game. It's a new expansion. In case you don't know what Civilization is, it's a popular strategy game where you turn a single settler into this sprawling empire. You build your armies, you conquer other civilizations.
Kind of like going through like history in your own way.
Exactly, yeah. You can trade with them, do diplomacy, all that shit.
You can play as like legendary people in the past.
Right, you can play as like
the Mongol Genghis Khan,
Teddy Roosevelt,
shit like that.
Yeah, shit like that. In this expansion, they've added natural disasters, hurricanes, tornadoes, volcanoes, flooding. There's climate change, so if you farm too many natural resources, the oceans will flood. And if you're on the coast, if your city is settled on the coast, it could just fucking flood.
They're gonna make these games so goddamn complex that once you are a G at them, you could legit like do real life shit. You know what I mean?
Be like, more qualified than Donald Trump.
Don't they say like you can, if you can fly a plane in a video game?
Oh yeah, those
similar
those simulators are no joke though. That's like legitimately, it's exactly what you would see in the plane.
Yeah, well, what if they do that with just real life like running something, running a city, or running a country?
There's a lot of cool shit like that, mayor simulators and stuff like that. I've thought about trying to play.
Like Roller Coaster Tycoon, like how they show you how to like manage a theme park. But imagine that to the scale of 2019, where they make it more intense.
There's a new
I'm sure
roller
there is.
coaster game,
I'm sure you could probably be a decent businessman from those things. I'm not saying you can like the new Cedar Point. You need lots of money and shit, but you know. Fuck it. It's good. Good experience for these fans, you know?
Yeah. So what they've added in this game, like I said, natural disasters, climate change. There are tons of new leaders, like 14 new civilizations, which is crazy. There's improved visuals, a world congress that can lead to a diplomatic victory. So the game becomes less about who can build the biggest, most technologically advanced army, and it becomes more about who's the best civilization. Like, how do you manage your diplomacy? How are you, like,
so
managing the
environment? So you can't win by domination?
Well? You can.
But it's just harder?
It's not even harder. It's just easier to do other things. You want to win culturally. You want to win diplomatically. It's a lot easier.
I feel like it was always hardest to win by domination.
It is hard to do, especially if you're on like continents map where you have to sail across the ocean and conquer them too. It can be tough.
I used to play the Civilizations that was for the Xbox 360.
Revolutions?
Yeah.
It was a cool one.
We'd start at like 11 p.m. and you would not get done till about 6 a.m. And at the end, you're just like fucking, it's like Monopoly. It's like, just gotta finish the game.
Yep.
Oh,
the big joke with it is one more turn. They even put it in the game. Like if you lose, you can either say exit the game because you lost, or you can say one more turn and just see how it would continue playing out. It's pretty cool. Good game. I recommend Civilization 6. The price tag is a bit high on this expansion. It's like $40.
Just for the expansion?
Yeah.
This ain't no WoW expansion. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's a lot, but like I said, they Jesus Christ, dude.
Sorry, bro.
They had a lot to the game. Yeah.
Dope. So
more games that came out. Like I said, there's been a lot. Far Cry New Dawn is another one I said I would talk about. It's not an expansion, but it's an immediate follow-up to Far Cry 5, set 17 years after the nuclear ending. Spoilers if you haven't finished Far Cry 5.
I don't know.
Bombs go off, America's destroyed. Pretty sure the world's destroyed. But you, in Far Cry New Dawn, are dropped into this Garden of Eden type place. There's these bright, vibrant colors. There's some mutated creatures like bears with glowing gold hearts, deer with weird pink antlers that are like fleshy.
This is not that world. This is someplace else.
It's the world. It's just
mutated and
nuclear
shit.
bombs have gone off. Yeah, so it's almost like a Fallout, but like I said, there's a lot of color in it, which is a big deal because most post-apocalyptic scenarios are just dark and gloomy.
Dull and boring.
Yeah. There's bright pink pastel colors. The main villain are these two twins that are like Mad Max style raiders, and they're just buzzing with charisma, and they'll fuck you the fuck up.
It's like a Negan or some shit.
Exactly, yeah. Picture Negan split into two very charismatic black chicks, and they will beat your face off. It's very cool.
Do they go ghetto on your ass?
I don't know. I haven't actually
You ever played it?
I haven't played it. No. There's too many games. I just bought Civ 6. I gotta buy Anthem releases next week.
You don't gotta buy them.
I got to.
How about you finish a game at a time?
No, can't do that. No finishing for me. Like I said, Anthem releases next week. Is another one I want to talk about. There is an early access trial version available right now if you have EA's stupid subscription.
What the hell is Anthem?
Anthem is that Iron Man style game I was talking about. Is like the looter shooter.
EA makes that?
EA publishes it.
Oh, is it like
It's made by
You
BioWare.
gotta pay to win?
No.
Okay.
It's made
BioWare made BioShock.
Nope.
Who made BioShock?
You put me on the spot here. I should know that.
It's worth a Google.
I should know that, but I don't. Maybe 2K.
No, it's not 2K.
Take-Two?
It's 2K.
Told you.
International games.
Yeah.
2K Australia, 2K.
BioWare has made Mass Effect, Dragon Age, Baldur's Gate, some real heavy-hitting RPGs that are always focused on story and the characters, and this one's supposed to be as well. It's just supposed to be co-op. And when you kill enemies, you get loot, that kind of thing. But you can play 10 hours of the game depending on how deep you go into EA's subscription. So the game's
I see what you're saying.
So game's out next week. I have the basic subscription that's like $4 a month. I get the games like this like a week early. I can play 10 hours, and then I can play it when it comes out.
I used to get that for NHL when I really wanted to. I was like balls deep in NHL games. I'd pay that, and I get like you get to play the pretty much get to play the game early,
early
like 10
access.
hours. Yeah, just like how it was. And I would like milk that 10 hours. Like, I'd heard turn off playing shit. It was fun.
Yeah, I'm glad
That's cool.
I'm glad I have Civ to go back to because I don't want to waste these 10 hours in like one night or something.
Right.
So we'll see. I'd like to do a little bit of review once that comes out next week, so stay tuned for that. There's one more game I have. It's called Jump Force. It's a 3D anime fighting game with a bunch of Shonen Jump, which is like a manga publisher. That's why it's called Jump Force. There's properties like Dragon
PC?
Ball. Huh? It's for PC and the consoles.
You said Dragon Ball?
There's Dragon Ball characters, Yu-Gi-Oh, Naruto, One Piece.
So it's like Smash,
It's basically Smash.
but with like
Anime.
That's cool.
It's pretty cool, right? It's a cool premise.
cool.
You can play as Goku, Vegeta, Ichigo, Yugi.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
There's some really cool ones in there.
You can play as Ichigo?
Ichigo Kurosaki, yep.
Bleach?
I don't know if there's any more Bleach
Is
characters.
Kenpachi in it?
I don't think so. There's a lot of people in there, and a
What's
lot
it
of
called?
Jump Force.
Jump
Look up the rest of the characters.
Force
Yeah.
Caricatures.
The premise is pretty simple. The characters fight either.
I was hating on this. I was giving him the camera the stink eye and everything.
Were you? Yeah, it's a pretty cool thing. They fight each other with some basic slap together plot about why they're fighting each other. It doesn't really matter. Basically, you get in the fights. They're pretty simple, beginner-ish type of fighting games. Like there's 2 buttons that auto combo, things like that. It's not too hard of a game to play.
They got quite a few people here, dude.
There's only 3 female characters in the roster, which has been apparently a complaint.
I am so sick of people bitching about shit just to bitch, dude. Don't even get me started.
I won't. That's why I didn't put very much detail into that. There's also some janky animations, and the characters can look pretty creepy because they're supposed to be in this like.
Are they like? Is it not like a fully production mode yet, or is it like about?
No, it's done, but
okay.
people are saying maybe it's a little unfinished. And the characters, since they're anime characters, they're not like cell shaded. They don't look like they're anime. They have like real life textures and shit. So it can kind of make them look out of place, but some of them look pretty good. Naruto looks pretty good.
They have One Piece. They got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 people from One Piece. My Hero Academia.
Yeah.
They just have Izuku, who the fuck that is. Naruto. They got Naruto,
Sasuke.
Sasuke, Kakashi.
Kakashi.
Kagura, Gara,
Oh, Gaara's cool.
Boruto,
Boruto's lame.
Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yu Yu Hakusho's so awesome. I love that show.
Never seen it. Hunter x Hunter. Never seen it.
Don't know that one.
Bleach. Here you go.
Bleach is awesome.
Ichigo Kurosaki.
Oh, there is more than one.
Rukia.
Oh, Rukia's in it.
Who's Suzuki? I'm like, who's that? Aizen. It's Aizen. Suzuki Aizen.
Seriously?
Yes.
Aizen's in
And
it.
Renji, the guy with the fucking long ass sword.
I did not know there was that many people in this.
Bleach is dope.
What the fuck?
And then Yu-Gi-Oh! They just got Yu-Gi-Moto with the dual monsters, Dark Magician,
Nice.
Dark Magician Girl,
Very nice.
and Sulfur the Sky Dragon.
Slifer? Dude,
Slifer. Who's that?
that's the red dragon. It was in the second season. It's
The
one of
Egyptian god?
It's one of the Egyptian gods.
Okay, gotcha.
When I was a kid, I put a calendar of how much allowance I would have to save to go to Gibraltar Trade Center and find myself a Slifer the Sky Dragon.
Do you want to hear something crazy? Back in the day, I used to live in like a condo area with my my dad and my stepmom.
Okay.
And I brought out all my Pokemon cards one day. I was feeling like dope. I had all 126, 152, some shit, all the original ones. I had them all, And I had doubles of the Charizards and doubles of like I also had all the
Holographic ones.
like the OG Mew that they made from the movies, and like the 3 legendary dogs. What are they called?
Suicune, Entei, and
Yeah, I had them. I had
something.
all the unknowns A through Z. I had a bunch of cards, like legit bunch of cards. Some guy had all 5 pieces of Exodia and the 3 Egyptian gods. And I traded all my cards for those.
All of them?
All of them. And then I immediately regretted it. I ran to my dad and my stepmom and I started crying and told them what happened. And they fucking ran in the park and found them motherfuckers and made me give my cards back.
Seriously?
And I gave them back their cards.
That's the best case scenario. I'm surprised.
Yeah, they were gonna kill me because they spent so much money on those cards.
Jeez.
But anyways, there's also a lot of people from Dragon Ball. If you didn't know,
I thought it was only Goku and Vegeta.
6.
Who else?
Goku, Vegeta, Frieza, Piccolo, Cell, and Trunks.
That's pretty good. That's a good lineup right there.
Then I don't know these first: the North Star, City Hunter, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Dragon Quest.
Dragon Quest, the game we were just talking about, a very storied franchise.
Guy, whoever that guy is.
Jesus.
He's the only one that's in it.
Oh.
Rurouni Kenshin.
Rurouni Kenshin?
Black,
That's a classic.
Black cover.
I don't know that one.
Original characters created just for the game.
Yeah. You can make your own character as well. It's pretty cool.
That's cool though. This is a good spin-off of Smash Bros.
It's a good premise. Like I said, it's just a little unfinished. The combat is very simple, like I said, but it can be fun. Yeah, like I also said, you create your own character, which means you can unlock all this cool gear, stuff from the shows that you're watching. So there's a little bit of longevity there. You unlock shit.
I think they should add some more people from Yu-Gi-Oh! Why not?
They need to add more people. Period.
Yeah. And just if hopefully the fucking shit's good.
Yeah.
But are y'all done though?
That is all the gaming shit I have.
I was thinking about adding a new segment to this show.
New segment.
Because I was like, I just looked up current events today just because.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, okay, maybe I can do like a current event thing. And the first thing that popped up, I started dying laughing.
All right.
And it's fight over Cheez-Its leads to Georgia house arson report. I was like, I gotta click on this.
Fight over Cheez-Its?
It's from Fox News, so take that for what it's worth. I don't know. What are they? Are they leaning left or leaning right?
They're right.
They're right? Okay.
I don't even know.
So, a man in Georgia allegedly locked his family inside a house and lit it on fire after his family argued about a square cheesy snack food. Cheez-Its.
I want to know what this argument was about.
His name's Jeremy Lamar Wyatt. So what do we call him? Like, I don't know. Dumbass of the day?
Call him Mr. Cheese.
Mr. Cheese. He was taken into custody after the incident. Okay? His brother and his 61-year-old mother were in the house.
I need to know what this argument was.
The man was reportedly drunk, locked his brother and his mother inside the home and began pouring gasoline on the front steps. All over Cheez-Its. He then allegedly lit the house on fire.
Allegedly?
His brother got himself, and because it's not like proven, so they can't say it.
But
it actually happened for fact until like the court case determines it. So they have to say allegedly. So his brother had to go on the second store with his 61-year-old mom, jumped out of the second store to get his mom out. Like they both jumped off the second store.
Do they live?
Yeah, there was no damage to the people, but the
shout out to that guy.
The house, obviously, lots of damage.
Yeah,
but I could not believe
how fucking.
First of all, how high were you? Like
said drunk,
the drunk,
right?
Cool, but how high were you, or how angry are you to get that angry? Like, what deep-seated
It's
shit
gotta
did you
be-
have against your brother?
Yeah, there's some bigger problems that the family has, obviously.
That or you
And
got baked and you really, really want some Cheez-Its.
he must have like thought about this is premeditated, not like I'm gonna if they do one more thing about my Cheez-Its, I'm gonna fucking light this place on fire.
He probably had some beef from his brother from
Yeah.
years ago, and probably or his mom. You
Maybe-
never spent enough time with me.
Maybe just locked
Shit
it all
like
up
that,
inside.
and
Yeah,
just, that when you drink, the truth comes out
for sure.
And
Most of these violent cases there's alcohol involved.
yeah. What am I saying? How high were you? A high person wouldn't fucking get that angry and light a house on fire. You ever hear about a high motherfucker doing some damage? What am I doing? I'm giving my drug a bad rep here.
Exactly.
So fucking alcoholics.
Alcoholics, motherfuckers.
But I think I might do that. You think that's a good idea? I'm gonna try to find like the most ridiculous story I could find.
Sure.
And have
I
that,
thought you were
like,
going to talk about Trump's emergency. That was the only news, current events I have right now.
I don't even know about it. I
don't
try
know
to
about it
stay
at all?
away from the politics.
We do
as much as possible.
we do try to stay away from politics, but essentially Trump was denied his funding for the wall by Congress, so he decided to circumvent Congress and declare an emergency,
like a state of emergency.
a national emergency. It's
Can
not
you do that?
Yeah, you can do it. It just allows the president more control, and what it allows him to do is take funds away from different
Jesus Christ.
places.
So what is he taking?
Let me see. I actually wrote this shit down. He took a bunch of shit from the Department of Treasury. $600 million from the Treasury Department's seized funds, stuff they take from various illegal activities.
So they ain't using it for nothing.
I don't.
Not yet?
I don't even know.
They're probably using it for their fucking bank accounts. Realistically,
That is true. Everyone in these stories are corrupt anyway. That's why we don't talk about politics. $2.5 billion from the Pentagon's counter narcotic program. Let me run that by you again. Counter narcotic for the wall, stopping drug dealers. Counter narcotic.
I'm not too mad at that, just because I think the whole drug war is a big scam in the first place.
It's true, but it's just going to a
Going to
wall
something
instead.
useless. Yeah, like this is why I don't like politics, because I don't agree with Trump at all for like the majority of shit. There's some shit that I do agree with. There's most shit I don't. But the people that are on the far left have made it so difficult for me to like I almost feel like
There's no far side in any situation that's good.
True, but
Extremes are never
the
good.
difference, yeah, you're 100% right. But the difference right now is that the far right gets shunned and immediately gets shut down on media.
Do they?
On social
Because the far
networking.
right is president. So how's John?
But I'm saying like the owners of Twitter, the owners of social media, all that shit, like they're far left. And if you are a far right person on those platforms, you get punished way more than you would from like the far left. Like I seen some shit. It's like Kathy Baker, or I don't know her name. I don't know. I don't know.
There's someone.
There was someone that's on like the far left that got a lot of hate from the far right at one point. And then Kathy Griffin, that's her name.
Okay.
And you remember that all that shit with the MAGA hat, the teenage kid, and the Native Americans, they were chanting and shit.
Yeah.
And that guy was like really, really close to his face. And it's punk teenagers doing punk things, you know? Like everybody's done something stupid when they're a kid, right?
Sure.
And you're not really that mature at the time. And I guarantee you, like, all of them are gonna like regret it when they're older, or they're just gonna be, or they're assholes, right?
Yeah.
And it's a little kid, like a 16 or 18-year-old kid, and it's a fully grown adult. Like, I'm on the Native American side, like, they're trying to celebrate their heritage, their religion, all that shit, and their traditions. And obviously Trump's against that based off of, I don't know, whatever. Like, people think he's like super racist and shit, which I'm not 100% convinced. I think every racist person voted for Trump. I don't think everybody who voted for Trump was racist, but I think
The reason they voted for him is because he allows them to. He enables their racism.
He definitely did things the right way to get racists to vote for him. 100%. But I think it was more of a thing to get votes opposed to just him being strictly racist. I could be way off. I don't know.
I read a news story where he called this during like I think it was like 30 or so years ago. It was in the 90s or 80s where there was a case about 5 black teenagers or something like that. I don't remember exactly what their crime was, or even if they were actually convicted. But he called for them to be lynched, like publicly.
Okay.
So no beating around the bush with that one. Hanging.
If you, I'll say this. If you look at everybody's life from their beginning to the end, and now everything's on social media, and now everything's recorded, you know, you're not going to find one person on this planet who has not said something that they regret, who has not done something that, if it came to light, you would probably get shunned to a certain extent.
Yeah. I think what you're seeing, what you're annoyed by is Twitter. I don't think it's the far
I'm
left.
not really
I'm pretty
on
sure it's just
Twitter.
Twitter. I know you're not on Twitter, but most of the
just
shit
from
you
what
see
I
is
hear.
from Twitter.
But anyways, back to that Kathy Griffin thing.
Yeah.
When all that Native American shit happened, she said something about like beating the fuck out of that kid, or you didn't even find this kid's name, and like seriously threatening him.
Yeah.
And I was listening to Joe Rogan's podcast, and like I don't know if that's like a good source or not, because I don't know
where he
leans, or who's paying for what, or what his influence is, or what's his agenda, all that shit, because he's so big now.
Yeah.
I don't really 100% believe that it's just him anymore.
Right. There's influences.
Yeah. Even if you may not want to admit it.
Can you get to the point? You keep like tangenting.
The point is the left, Kathy was able to say that and not get in trouble, or banned from Twitter, or banned from social media. Or if somebody from the right said that to somebody left, they're immediately kicked off. And that's the difference, is the left can be just as venomous as the right, but they have platforms to do so. Where the right has the same platforms, but they'll get punished a lot quicker. And like it makes me almost want to like defend Trump, even though I'm not a Trump. I didn't vote for Trump at all. I don't know if Hillary was in position right now, if everything would be better or worse. I don't know, because I think she's more corrupt than Trump. I'll say that, but she may have been a better president.
Sure.
But like at the end of the day, like everybody in politics is corrupt, and everybody's just bitching the bitch. And it's like everyone picked a side, and it's not about who's right or wrong. It's about how can I prove that my side's better than yours. And it's just like, it's bumming me out, and that's why I stay away from politics. And I hate the left now just as much as I hate the right. I used to be completely fuck the right, pure liberal. Now it's like, after seeing everything and kind of just digesting it and just growing, and it's kind of like I'm just in the middle. And I agree on both sides for certain things. I hate both sides for certain things, and I just hate the bitching and complaining about every little thing. I just hate it.
Like I said, I'm pretty sure it's just Twitter you have a problem. If you remove Twitter from the equation, you remove the outlet for all these
social
loud
media
ass voices. I guess Facebook a little bit, but that's just kind of contributing to fake news. But I think
that's how everybody gets their news.
I think the reason it's like that is because the left is majoritively viewed as being in the right. So when Kathy Griffin says we need to find that kid, it's because that kid did wrong. If the right is saying we need to find that person, most people are thinking that they're wrong about that.
I'm pretty sure she was threatening him.
I don't know what quote she said.
I don't know exactly, but I'm pretty sure she was threatening him. And
which is fucked up. Like I said, extremes on either side are always going to be wrong.
Yeah, he's just, at the end of the day, he was just a kid. Kids do stupid shit.
It's true.
I'm 25. I do stupid shit.
I remember them not being like, they don't seem like naive kids. It's not like
they definitely knew what they were doing.
When I was a kid, I certainly never racially harassed anybody.
True, but you never did anything stupid? Never? Come on. Everybody's done stupid shit. Like, I've smashed pumpkins before, stuff like that. Just,
I guess, but...
And now you gotta picture it in today's society where everything can be caught on camera. If you were videotaped the whole time, everybody would be fucking shunned, you know? Everybody would have to do that walk of shame. Cersei did.
Sure.
Speaking of Game of Thrones, the first episode's only 60 minutes, so I'm kind of bummed out about. But there's a lot of dope people in the first episode. There's gonna be a lot of reunions and shit, but we're like an hour and 16, so
God damn,
we can figure it out.
Can never do a short episode.
But long story short, like for the whole politics thing, that's the reason why, like, me and Dom talked about it off air a lot, because we thought it, like, it's a hot topic. Obviously we talk about it off the podcast a lot. But on the podcast, it's just negative.
See, I have ruined the current events segment just by bringing it into politics. We're trying to talk about Mr. Cheese and his raging antics.
Yeah, stuff like that. It's like little funny stories. Nobody got hurt, shit like that. But the politics, everybody holds to their own. Like, when this whole election was going on, I was like so pro Bernie. So, like, I worked in a warehouse, and typical warehouse people. If
You're tangenting a tangent. Let's wrap this shit up.
But basically, I would get into arguments every day at work, and it got to the point where, like, I almost got to a couple fights because of politics. Because of people I don't even know, people that are both corrupt on both sides. They both are corrupt in their own different ways, and they just try to manipulate the masses. And it's just a fucking joke. So I just stay away from it. Shout out to Dwayne The Rock Johnson. That's who I'm voting for next, motherfuckers. That's
not gonna help anything.
The people's champ.
Don't go from one celebrity to another celebrity. How about we get someone with, like, political experience? I know political experience to you equals corruption. Bernie can run again. Hillary might fucking run again, apparently. She doesn't learn her lesson.
I don't want Hillary at all.
There's a person who's in the same vicinity as Bernie, Tulsi Gabbard. She's the
But I heard
Hawaiian governor or something. I think.
Didn't she get shunned out because she said Indian instead of Native American or some shit like that? Or she said that she was Native American and she's like 0.001%.
That's a different person.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm saying like little shit like that. It's not, I don't know. Like, I don't even think
get
that's
it, yeah,
that big
but
of
like
a
I
deal.
said,
But
it's
I'm not
Twitter,
Native
bro.
American,
It's
so
just
I can't-
Twitter.
Yeah.
We're in the easiest time to get your voice heard, and most people are fucking stupid. So
And-
stupid
yeah.
voices.
And if you have Twitter for 10 years, you're telling me you're not going to have one bad tweet in 10 years?
Yeah.
And if you-
Let's not even start with that.
especially
Like
if
the
you tweet
James
a
Gunn
lot,
shit,
or
Kevin
like
Hart shit.
Liam Nielsen. Did you hear about
Liam Nielsen.
Did you hear about his controversy?
Liam Neeson, yeah. He said
No.
if I run into a big black guy or something.
One of his friends was raped. And I guess it was allegedly by a black guy. And he said that he had so much rage at one point in his life that he was carrying like a switch or like a little mini baseball bat, like a European one. I forgot, for those fucking games that they play over there. And he said like he was like almost like just give me a reason. Just give me a reason. I'm going to fucking kill you kind of thing. And a lot of people are calling him racist and stuff like that. And
Yep.
I listened to Sam Harris and Joe Rogan podcast, and Sam Harris was like, it wasn't even about race. It was about, like, if you go, it's just pure rage. He had a specific term, I forget. He's way smarter than me. And, he was pretty much saying it didn't matter if he was black, white, it didn't matter if he was a cop, a firefighter. It was, you want somebody from your tribe hurt one person from my tribe, so I'm going to hurt one person from your tribe.
Sure.
It wasn't necessarily about because he's black, he's going to kill a black
Which probably
person.
is what most political arguments boil down to. It's like, fuck your side, I'm on my side.
Yes, and it's the wrong mentality to have. And Liam even said that it was shocking that he was in that state of mind at one point. Which everybody has their rage moments. Everybody has bad moments. I'm not justifying it, of course, but I'm saying I don't think
It's not that bad.
I don't think it's something that you should shun.
It's
somebody.
not an example of what a bad character he is.
Yeah, he didn't even have to talk about it. He was just openly talking about it just to show
out.
like he could have gone to that point, but he didn't, and he's glad he didn't, and he regrets it. And how you gonna like get mad at somebody for thinking about something when they didn't even act on it and they're reflecting on it and saying they're glad they didn't and they learned their lesson from it? You know, it's like get mad at people that actually do shit. And
Doesn't even matter. All the shit's gonna be forgotten in literally a month.
And Sam Harris also brought up the point, like we support people who like rehab in prisons. Like you can murder somebody, go to jail for 25 years and come back. And if you come out changing that, like we support that, we're happy. But some person that didn't do nothing but had like bad, like a negative mindset and admitted it, now they're just shunning him to death. It's like, I don't know, man.
It's Twitter, bro.
People be bitching.
It's Twitter.
So on that note, I love that Andy's podcast on negative, but if you guys enjoyed, make sure you subscribe. Check out the bonus episode if you haven't yet. It's the one right before this one on the podcast list. Make sure you rate us on iTunes, wherever you are, Spotify, all that good shit. Check out our YouTube channel. We have the live camera shit now. We're fucking doing things, trying to be professionals with this shit. And hope you guys enjoy.
Of course. And we'll see you next time.
If this liberal pussy... I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I was gonna make it about politics, bro. Fuck you.
See ya.